Hi guys, this is Paul from the Kiteboarder magazine. I'm going to give you a brief overview of our test report on the blade trigger. We were able to test the 10-meter trigger down here in La Ventana. Now the blade trigger is a 10-meter, 3-strut, medium aspect kite. It's kind of overall nice shape, medium aspect, not too big in the middle, not too skinny. We found that this is a very, very powerful kite. Our testers kept commenting on how much power this kite generates. Actually, this kite feels like a larger kite than a 10, maybe an 11 or even an 11.5, both in how much power it generates and its turning speed. It's not as fast as most other 10s, but it also generates a lot more power than most other 10s. Our testers also found this is a very stable kite. You just have to watch out for it a little bit in really light winds. When you're really underpowered on this kite and you're sheeted in all the way trying to get the most power from it, it has a little bit of a tendency to backstall in those kinds of conditions. In normal riding, it usually has medium bar pressure. Some pros on this kite: that fantastic low wind power. This kite will get you out there in a lot lighter wind than most other 10 meters kites. It also has really good jumping and really good upwind performance, which is really nice. Some cons on the blade trigger: this kite doesn't have the best D-power for a 10-meter kite. It's got a ton of power, but then the upper range is a little bit limited compared to some other 10s. Another con is that tendency for it to be able to backstall in light winds. It's not a big problem, but it's not super stable in the lightest conditions that you can get the kite out on. If you sheet out a little bit, if the kite starts to stall, the kite zips right back up, but it does have that tendency at the low end of its wind range. So this is the bar that you use with the blade trigger. The bar features a push-away quick release, an integrated swivel below the bar, also a below-the-bar leash attachment, and also an above-the-bar stopper so you can adjust the range of motion with the bar if you want to, and also an above-the-bar D-power strap. Once again, we found that this kite had great low-end power, but the D-power felt a little bit limited on it. Another thing our testers commented on this bar is it's a little bit thick in the middle, and some of our testers didn't like how thick it felt. Okay, so that's our brief overview of the 2012 blade trigger. Of our testers here in La Ventana that rode this kite, 4 out of 5 would recommend it to a friend. That's just our brief overview. If you want to read more, go to thekiteboarder.com.